Softwhite Underbelly is about giving people a space to tell their stories, even when these stories challenge what we think we know. Ground News shows us different perspectives in the media, which is why Ground News is a perfect sponsor for my channel. In a world where algorithms censor much of the information we receive, some of the most important stories get missed from our news feeds. Ground News highlights local news from around the world, giving you an on-the-ground perspective that national coverage might miss. The app and website empowers you to form your own opinions by presenting you with every article published on any news story worldwide. My favorite part of the app is the data it gives you on each news source as you read it, such as where it leans on the political spectrum, a factuality rating indicating how subjective their printed reporting tends to be, and who funds it. I particularly like their blind spot feed, dedicated to showing you news stories that are underrepresented in the mainstream media. You can check this all out by scanning the QR code on screen or clicking the link below. It's easy to forget how much bias can shape the reality we live in. And in a world where our attention is constantly being fought over, my Vantage plan easily helps me keep up with more important stories slipping through the cracks. So I encourage you to check them out at ground.news/SWU. Subscribe through my link to save 40% off their Vantage plan. And by subscribing or even gifting it to someone you know, you're helping hold the media accountable and helping my channel directly. Thank you for watching.
World War III, USA, psychopathy. World War III, USA, psychopathy. That's our legacy. Our legacy is terrorism and murder and genocide. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Listen to how violent this is. Oh, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, like you know anything about it, Donald Trump, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare. This is really the lyrics. The bombs bursting in air. Why? Gave proof through the night while the children are sleeping that our flag was still there. Oh, big fucking deal. That's what the fuck you care about, is the fucking flag still being there.
And you didn't vote for Trump, I take it?
Fuck no! I voted for Harris Waltz like a normal person. And I'll take the L. I can't even believe that we lost. I can't even believe it. What the fuck are you thinking? Stop ruining your own country. Jesus Christ. Like he gives a shit about any of you. If you think for a second that he would do anything for you, you are so wrong. He doesn't give a shit about you. I don't know why you give a shit about him. You shouldn't. I think it has to do with you see him getting away with all his bad shit, and you think that maybe there's a chance for you to get away with your bad shit. Take a look at yourself. Gross. Be good. Be good. Jesus. That just came out of me. That just came out of me. No, but for real.
You hold a lot of anger.
I do. And I'm dealing with a lot of personal anger. And it makes me angry. It makes me angry that a scumbag like that can commit all these crimes openly. And he still gets elected January 6th.
Twice.
I made up a whole joke. Maybe I'll tell it. If anyone wants to hear it, I'll tell it. But yeah, when I was a little girl, I was like, it's definitely going to be a woman president. It has to be. And do you know how many other countries have been doing women presidents for so long? It's so dumb. We're so anti-woman. My crown keeps falling off. We're so anti-woman. Like, I think I heard, maybe it was Norm Macdonald. He's one of my idols, one of my comedy idols. I think he said, this election proves, it was the Clinton-Trump election. Mm-hmm. This election proves that, yes, America does hate Trump, but they hate women more. And that is for goddamn sure. It is so anti-women. And that's why I'm also wondering, like, why are you what would Trump's mother say if she heard that TMZ bus conversation, grab him by the pussy? What would Trump's mother think and feel and say? Just, I can't believe that and Melania kind of forgave him. Just our whole culture is so fucked up. So fucked up. We need to start thinking about shit. I don't know what is going on.
It's embarrassing that a country like ours can't get somebody that's a little more suited to being a leader of a country to run, but nobody wants to run because I think
you have to be a psychopath.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. I think just dismantle everything. It's not. This is like all modeled after the British monarchy. It's not. It's bullshit. The 3/5 shit is still in the Constitution. Did you know that? 3/5 of a person?
What is that?
3/5 of a person. Like the African, like the enslaved Africans that were here and the indigenous North Americans. They were not considered whole people. They were considered 3/5 of a person. You didn't know that?
I didn't.
It's in the Constitution still. And it doesn't even talk about women. Women were nothing. So it's just fucked up. And I've been thinking about things like this for many, many years, and I don't think that anybody else really has. Everybody else just wants me to shut the fuck up. But I'm not going to anymore. Because I want for children and for their children and for their children and for their children to be able to live. And I want them to be happy and free. I want everybody to be free. I want everybody to be happy. Let me say this, no one is my enemy. Everybody deserves to be happy, and I really believe that in my soul. That's one of my core beliefs. I'll say it again. No one is my enemy. Everyone deserves to be happy.
That's beautiful.
I guess I would say that there is one enemy, and that's the one within. But that's my job.
We all have that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I understand. I've been starting to think a lot about that too, sort of the composition of one's soul. 51% good, 49% evil, I'm thinking is the balance. It's like delicate balance. Gotta do your good deeds to keep that 51% surcharged so it doesn't lessen and then the evil tips over. I don't know. It's a new theory. What do you think? Does it make sense?
It'll be an interesting 4 years.
I am not, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my shit. I'm not interested in what the fuck they're doing. What they're doing is destroying the world. That's what the fuck they're doing. And so I'm trying to create a culture of nonviolence within myself. And I hope a lot of other people do too, because we are not going to make it. Mark, they're saying in 20 or 25 years, it's going to be hard for people to find food. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And there's this whole campaign. It's like people think it's like a status symbol to like not recycle and like use plastic bags. And it's like a status symbol to like be not an environmentalist. It's like cool to like not be a tree hugger. And I hate that. I hate that. Ray the Wolf. Don't call me no tree hugger. Don't call me no tree hugger, or you'll see a nice guy turn into a mean mugger. I love his rap. His rap is so cute. It's like so like clean, you know, but it's good. He talks about real shit. He says like, what about the ecosystem in our bodies? Like about like genetically modified organisms? Yeah, GMOs. Ray the Wolf, I love you. I'm talking about you so much. Do you remember me? Peace.
How disappointed were you when you found out that he beat?
I was in denial.
When he beat Hillary the first time.
Oh,
That was.
I was so depressed. I said, I'm just going to pretend like she won. I wish she had won. She would have been awesome. Hillary, I love you. If you see this, I really do. I really do. I know all about you. You could have been some big hotshot corporate lawyer and like just lived in New York and like helped people with their hedge funds and like totally stayed out of everything. But what did you do? You went to Little Rock, Arkansas and like studied all the laws about children's rights and mothers, and you like made them better. I know about you. I know about you. And I was reading about do-gooder, like people always want to punish a do-gooder and like you're so good. And so I think that they want to punish you because they're so jealous of you. And I'm sorry, but I think you're awesome. Oh, I love that too. I love that too. That they're like still blaming her and like hating on her for shit that happened during the Clinton administration, when she wasn't even like, you know, like they're like, and they say there's like this whole thing. Have you heard this thing where they're saying the Clintons killed somebody? It's like a whole rumor. Have you heard that?
No, but
I used to work at a virtual call center, and I would talk to so many different types of people. And it was so crazy. It was like they're trying to just spread rumors and spread little shit. Just like, yeah, people be like, you know, look into it. They tried to kill somebody or they killed somebody.
And Michelle Obama is this and.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Stop calling Michelle Obama a man. Stop it. She is such a woman. Actually, like, Michelle Obama, probably like her visual and like everything about her, Michelle Obama is God. So fuck you. Yeah, okay. If God is a man, then yeah, okay. All right. Cool. We just did that. Yeah. Haha. You've been calling Michelle Obama God when you think you're insulting her. People are so mean and cruel and heartless and hateful and envious and disgusting. Everybody just needs to take a good hard look at themselves. My heart is clean. I can say that for sure. I know I'm not lying. I know I'm telling the truth. My heart is clean. Can you say the same? Would you be lying? You can. I know you can.
Do you think there's more hate in the world now than there was maybe 100 years ago? If you look at some of the old history, you'll see that this was going on forever.
And, well, I mean, let's talk about that a little bit, because
humans have always been this way.
There was such a disregard of human life. Yeah, humans have always been this way. It talks about this in the Bible. The Good Samaritan, that's about a man that totally gets raped and left for dead in a ditch. And a Good Samaritan comes and helps him and saves his life. But I'm like, that dude straight up got raped, and, you know, like, that happened, you know? Does that shit happen? Like, do men rape each other? I don't even know. But, like, there's a lot of that in the Bible. It's power. It's power. Sex and power.
Power corrupts.
Absolutely. How does it go? I was just thinking about that quote yesterday. Power corrupts. What is it? Yeah, look it up. Look it up. Okay, let's do it for real.
Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Lord
absolutely.
Acton, British historian.
Yeah. And I guess I also want to talk, too, about how it's just sort of a given. It's just sort of accepted. It's like this very Eurocentric, you know? And I want to say Afrocentric, everybody. Afrocentric. Africa is the source of everything. Stop over-exploiting her and stop, like, ignoring her. Afrocentric, people. That's what I want to say. And I don't know what we're going to do about the water. I don't know how you can clean microplastic out of water. Do they have filters that can do that? I kind of feel like it's going to be a living in the woods type of shit situation, like zombie apocalypse shit. I kind of have this feeling. I've kind of always had this feeling. I kind of like thought about it. Like maybe I should like learn to live in the wilderness so I can survive. Like honestly, that's gone through my head. But why does it have to be like that? Like it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be some weird horror movie. Like life can be so beautiful. Why can't we make it Eden? Why can't we make it heaven on earth? Why do we have to go to this like horrible place? Like I feel like it's all a mindset. I don't know. Am I getting deep? I really like deep convos, everybody, if you can't tell. Yeah, I'm getting deep. I like it.
There is plastic everywhere.
Plastic, plastic everywhere. Plastic, plastic in my hair. Yeah, plastic is everywhere. Remember that George Carlin joke? Like, maybe what Mother Nature really wants and needs is more plastic. She does not want more plastic. She's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? I don't want this. You know, can we please start thinking about it like that? Like, think about this. Think about this. My best friend and I made this up. Okay, you know that quote that's like, you have the power to move mountains? Okay, did the mountains consent to be moved? Like, what? You know? Why do we not think about that? Why do we just get to move a fucking mountain? How do we know that mountain wants to be moved anywhere? You know? Isn't that awesome?
We're an amazing species. I think the planet would be better without us.
I think so too.
How many
We're
animals?
the mold on the sandwich.
How many animals have gone extinct in the last
We're the
100
cockroaches.
years?
We don't really do any, I mean, we should. We're meant to. We're meant to have our hands in the earth. Did you know that? That the more we dig around and forage for food, it actually helps. It helps them grow. It's like a part of it. Like we're supposed to be in homeostasis. We're supposed to be all up in nature. That's the problem. We're divorced from nature. We don't know ourselves connected to Mother Earth anymore. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. I know everybody's just gonna think I'm fucking nuts. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. This is what I'm doing, and I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm happy about it. And if you don't like it, I don't care. I love you. Like I'm hypersexual, just like Kazumi. Okay, Kazumi, she says something like, I sort of played with it a little bit, Kazumi, I hope you don't mind. I represent a force of nature that is so fiercely wild and ferociously untamable that no society, no military, definitely no mortal man would ever dare attempt to control it. And when I heard her say that, I was like, that's me. And so I want to say thank you, Kazumi. I love you.
She was a porn actress that I interviewed.
Yeah, she's I would call her an OnlyFans star.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Dude, I love you, Kazumi, wherever you are. I love you. You gave me so much clarity about myself, and I just really appreciate that. I don't have to accept slut-shaming at all.
Women who are free with their sexuality.
Hypersexual. I describe myself as hypersexual.
Well, hypersexual is one thing, but being like free and just like not shameful.
Uninhibited.
Uninhibited.
It's a beautiful thing.
They get a lot of judgment.
I know. Because we're being free. They don't want to see us being free and making ourselves happy.
Is that religion that creates that?
I think it's part of it. Yeah. But also, I just think it's human nature. You know, it's funny. I don't really look at people and think about people and like wonder what they do and stuff, like, you know, like stay distant and like and like talk about them with other people as if we know anything. You know what I'm talking about? I don't do that shit. I don't gossip. I don't indulge in gossip. And that's like been a really big principle of mine for a really long time. And it's really helped me, but also it kind of keeps me out of the group, you know? But yeah, they love to get together and put all their hate onto me, usually, one person. I don't do that. I don't look at people and like judge their actions and like all this shit and like try to like, I don't know what the fuck they want to do. They want to change me as, why? Why? Anyway, I've decided that like I don't need them. The outsider does not need the crowd in the least, but the crowd needs the outsider. I just want to tell all the outsiders out there, we don't need them. They need us. They need us.
The crowd loves a witch hunt. You see it on social media all the time.
Yeah, everybody needs a witch to burn. It's this whole anti-woman. It's this whole thing. The goddess. It's a whole social engineering. The goddess has been demonized. This is the year of the snake. The goddess, that is a total symbol of the goddess, a snake. And in the book of Genesis, it's the snake that tempts Eve to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And I know what they're doing. They're saying that the goddess, like the goddess energy, is like bad, you know? They're like demonizing the goddess from way, 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 way back. Because it used to be a matriarchal world. It used to be total mother. Everything was from the mother. Not everything, but that was the main focus. It wasn't some daddy, father God in the sky. It was a mother here beneath our feet. But there's this whole campaign to just, the goddess has been turned into a centerfold. And you know, Marilyn Monroe, she was so smart. She was such a well-read thinker, intellectual person, and she was so funny. But nobody wanted any of that about her. They just wanted their little sex fantasy with how beautiful she was. And I can really relate to that. And I have been. It's just like I give people what they want because I want to give people what they want. I want for people to be happy. But it's just like, yeah, it's bullshit. Like what? Like I'm supposed to wear a fucking hijab and like wear like some fucking glasses or something and like not show how beautiful I am? And I do think I'm beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. I'm supposed to do that so that you'll like take me seriously? Oh, okay. Thanks for like totally being fascist and like policing everything about me. Why don't you find your creative individuality and your original shit instead of trying to like bust me down? I don't know why. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not really talking to anybody, but I don't know. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, women have...
Can we talk about that? The internalized misogyny? Can we talk about that and the slut-shaming? Yeah.
I had one of the prostitutes I've interviewed. I've mentioned this in other talks.
Who is she?
A prostitute named Gigi that I interviewed. Gigi. I was interviewing her once. She said something along the lines of this one quality, this one thing that women have that is very powerful. Is probably why men get rich, why men get powerful, so they can get a woman who's very attractive. That has been made illegal for them to sell.
Oh, totally. Totally.
I mean, granted, she's a prostitute, and she's talking about how you're not allowed to sell this
No,
thing that
totally.
that every woman has, but we can't sell.
That is such a great point. That is such a great point. Like we have this source of power, and we have this source of enterprising. You know, we have this, and I mean, I don't know. I guess whatever. I don't know.
Her point was that it's a way of keeping women down.
Absolutely.
Powerless.
Totally.
When they have tremendous power.
Totally.
Keeps the men on top.
We're all powerful. We create life. It was Bob the drag queen that said, women's contribution to society is fucking society. How can you not see God as a woman? Women give birth to your children and feed them with their own bodies. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a fucking miracle. Do you have children? Yes, of course you do.
2 daughters, yeah.
2 daughters? That's beautiful. So were you there for the births of your...
I was.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
But I mean, when you see that and when you experience that, it's like, how can you not see God as a woman? You know? I don't know. I don't know what you think about God.
I don't really think about God much.
Okay.
I'm not very religious.
Yeah. But like, do you have like a concept of like, for yourself?
Well, I mean, like the way Jesus, whether he existed or not, the way the teachings of Jesus are like right in line with how I operate my life.
Absolutely.
Do
you eat like Jesus ate?
I don't know. What did he eat?
He was in a scene and they took "Thou shalt not kill" so seriously that they didn't even cut down grain. And I always like to kind of tell people that call themselves Christians, like, if you saw the way that those people lived and tried to model your own life, it would be a stark contrast, my friend. So, yeah, they were basically like raw foodists, like fruit, sprouted grains, seeds.
No, I do not eat like Jesus.
But it's nice. I mean, you could. What do you like to eat? I know what POTUS likes to eat. Okay, red meat and ketchup, right? Right, Donald? Yum! Red meat and ketchup. Keeping up with the constipation. Red meat and ketchup. Diet, most popular soda worldwide. And pink, square, delicious, chewy candies that start with an S.
Who is this?
It's a POTUS diet.
What is
red meat and ketchup?
What is a POTUS diet?
President of the United States.
Oh, okay.
Diet. Red meat and ketchup.
That's what Donald eats?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
I like to look at what people eat. Is anyone else like that? You are what you eat. You are what you eat. Yeah, I like to watch how people eat. And like, do you eat in public like you do in private? Let's talk a little bit about that. I do too. But I think that's an interesting question, you know? And do you act in public the same way you act in private? Because I know I do. I don't have a fucking double life, but I've heard of people that do. And I think that that's fucked up. I don't know why you need a double life.
I do.
Weird. I don't know. I just think there's a lack of love there. Like, I know life is like a theater piece and everything, but you don't really actually have to like play a different, you know, ew. Yeah. But yeah, women are definitely oppressed. Everybody hates women. But why? And like, especially black women. My mother broke down the power pyramid to me when I was like 8 years old, and I'll never forget. She said, "Claire, there is a power pyramid. It's a power structure. White men are at the very top, and black women are at the very bottom." But I've been thinking about that. The pyramids, did you know that they also invert underground? I never knew this. But yeah, so they invert too. And there's a crystal, like at the very, I don't know if it's an apex, if it's going down. I don't know what that would be called, but you know what I'm talking about. The point that's all the way down. So there's a crystal there, and a beam of light comes through the top, and it reflects. It does some shit. So I'm kind of thinking like, that doesn't mean, like, just because you're at the very bottom, it doesn't mean that you're not important and you're not crucial. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because black women should really be at the top. Black people are the original people. You know? Like, black people here in America have been here like 400, 500 years. Most white people have probably been here like 150, 200 years. You know? Like, think about it. Think about it. Center black people. Think about it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, but sort of, you know? It's just a representation of something to me. Like Afrocentric, you know? Like instead of Eurocentric, be Afrocentric. Put the black woman first. Wild boars. Wild boars. They have this very specific way of like protecting themselves. They always have the children in the very center, and then the females are on the outer circle, and then the males are on the way outer circle. And I feel like we need to adopt some of that wild boar energy. Especially putting the children first, because nobody gives a shit about children either in this place. And it's fucked up. They just go, oh, can we traffic you? Oh, thanks.
See, my kids are taking the hit now. You see it in my stories all the time.
My sister and I, she asked me if I had ever been molested in my childhood. And I said, no. And she gave me this big hug. And I was like, I mean, I love this and everything. Like, I love that we're hugging, but can you believe that we're hugging each other and like having a moment of like, you know, intimacy, celebrating the fact that our rights, our basic rights as people weren't violated in our childhood? You know what I mean? It's what a world. What a fucked up world. And even though I survived my childhood without sexual trauma, I receive it in my adulthood. So there's no getting around it. So, okay. I think I'm better equipped to handle it now. I wouldn't want my 7-year-old self to have to go through that. And for anybody, it's so common for anybody who went through that and is like fucked up about it and like struggling with that. Like, I feel you. Solidarity. It's not your fault. It wasn't your fault. It shouldn't have ever happened to you. That's so fucked up. Like, it makes me so angry. Grown-ups are supposed to be the ones that protect us. They're not supposed to be the ones that hurt us. But you didn't do anything wrong. And you don't have anything to be ashamed of. Nothing. Yeah.
It's crazy how common that is for people.
I mean, I feel like it's in like every family story.
Not every, but too many, for sure.
Not every. You're right. 95%?
I don't know about that.
I feel like it's a lot. I really do. I feel like it's a lot. Well, okay, maybe 51-49. Maybe. I've been thinking a lot about the 51-49. Like, you know, 51% people are not molesting children. 49% of people are.
Well,
ew. Oh my God. Gross. Stop molesting children. That is fucked up. But it's been going on.
After listening to so many stories where that kind of stuff is going on, it's amazing to me. A couple of things are amazing. That people believe in God, where God allows all this kind of shit to happen.
I love you.
How does that happen? How is that so common? And God is busy playing video games or something. And then how many of the perpetrators are men?
I love you.
Like 99.9%. I mean, I understand women do it once in a while. And they make big news when they do, like a school teacher or something.
Yeah, so much shaming.
But even that is just a 22...
But the men are just like, oh, whatever.
A 22-year-old teacher with a 15-year-old kid. But...
Which is actually kind of hot, just kidding.
but the men are 50-year-old men with 4-year-old, 8-year-old kids. Horrible.
Oh, my God. Don't even call them men. Like, you know, they are like... You know what it is that they have micro penises? And they're afraid of like being with women because they know that they have this tiny little dick. And so they like, okay, a little child has a small vagina. Isn't that fucked up? That's like so much a part of it. I've been studying true crime for like my whole life. It's so much a part of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like FBI profilers and shit, they like always talk about that. So I know your big secret micro penis. Stop molesting children.
I just learned that there is such a thing as a
micro penis?
Yes, I just learned this.
For me?
No, I interviewed somebody in Memphis.
With a micro penis? Oh my God, so brave to come forward.
He talked about it.
For real?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of the joke. Like the smallest penis in the world, like the world record for the smallest penis, like the man that let them take that photo, like does not want anyone to know who he is, you know. It's kind of a joke.
No, he talked about it and was
Good
very
for
open,
him.
very open about it. His wife, like, or his girlfriend was.
It's not fun. I've had sex with men with really small penises, and it's not even cute. So I get it. But you can use sex toys and stuff. Like, it's not, you know, you can get creative. You don't just have to use your micro penis and be done with it.
What's worse, a guy with the giant one or a guy with the too small?
Too small. Okay. I love giant ones. Oh my God. The bigger the better. Give me big. Oh my God. Are you kidding? Biggie Smalls. Just kidding.
I think there's such a thing as too big, though.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's probably rare, right? So I think those men with like those huge penises that like nobody can really do anything with are probably really rare. It's like a bell curve. Yeah. I love that we're talking about dick. Like, this is my favorite thing right now. I just have the whole floor. Oh my God, mommy would be so happy. Mommy's like the queen of D-jokes. We have a whole thing on our channel. That is so funny. Yeah. Like when you see a guy like in this like beautiful car, like the penis car or like a big truck, because I live in Texas. It's always like, I know, you know.
He's got a small one.
Yeah. I saw a t-shirt in Austin that said, I ride a bike to compensate for my huge penis. But yeah, every man wants a big penis and every woman wants a small vagina. Am I right? Am I right, women and femmes? Yeah. Yeah. I'm hypersexual, and I want to be hypersexual, and I really don't want anybody to tell me not to be, or like try to tell me about like what sex means to me, or anything like that. Like, mind your business. Like, I'm being kind enough to share with you that I'm hypersexual, okay? Like, it's really none of your fucking business in the first place. So maybe you could thank me for trusting you enough to share that personal information with you instead of just fucking judging me and prejudging me and casting judgment and trying to police my shit. This is my life. I am totally free to do with my body and with my mind and with my heart whatever I please, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Am I hurting anybody? Am I hurting anybody? That's always what I say. I'm not. Stop trying to hurt me. Stop trying to hurt anybody. Love women. Love your mother. What the fuck is up with you? I don't know. I never wanted to be like popular or anything. I always just wanted unity. I don't see everyone as equal because everyone is not equal as far as power. But like everybody has essence. So everybody does have something in common. Everybody does have divinity in common and evil. That's something that I kind of want to talk about. This whole idea that there's no God outside or anything. Like, God's here. And the devil's there too. And if we say that, oh, God does this, God does that, what are we doing? We're like making it not our responsibility. And the devil did this, the devil did that. Same. Right? That's kind of a Buddhist thing. Is like, yeah, there really is no God, but like our consciousness, that's the God, if you want to call it that. I think that's cool. Do you know Buddhism or?
I know of it.
Hinduism? Okay.
It's probably more in line with how I operate my life than anything else is.
It's really cool. It's really cool. And he lived to be an old man. He died from some food that had gone bad. He ate some food that had gone bad. Like, they didn't mean to do it to him or anything. It was just an accident. But he died as an old man. I think he was in his 80s. And I just think it's such a stark contrast between an 80-year-old Buddha dying sort of natural causes, kind of peacefully, and 33-year-old rock star Jesus up on a cross, showing everyone how much God loves him. And it just sort of plants the seeds of ultraviolence. It just kind of normalizes ultraviolence. Put this man that didn't do anything wrong in his entire life at all. I mean, okay, like he was a rebel, like he worked on the Sabbath day and shit. Yeah. He was a rebel. He was a rock star. He was a pro-womanist. He was black, or at least dark brown. People from Nazareth, like their overall appearance is like beautiful. Well, it says in the Bible he had skin of copper and hair of wool. But yeah, they do. They're like tall and thin like you, and they're black. People from Nazareth, yeah. So he was black, and he was a rebel, and he was fucking kick-ass, and all he was talking about was fucking love each other. So it just plants the seeds for that. Like, it's like, don't do that. You know, it's like, don't do that because we'll punish you. Okay. I'm living proof of that, by the way. I'm not like comparing myself to Jesus Christ at all, but I am living proof of that. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you for listening to me. I know I'm fucking ranting. I'm really not this like cruel or anything. I think I'm just like
opinionated.
Yeah. Well, I'm.
And you have a heart.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a big heart, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And you're very interesting.
And it's open. It's open wide. Thank you. You are very interesting too. Yeah, I want to talk about that. My heart is open wide. It's got rainbows and all kind of stars and Milky Way galaxies just kind of flowing through it. It's got a little bird butterfly thing. See, I think a lot about it. I would encourage you to use your imagination and like really get to know yourself. Like I heard this meditation when I was like 18 years old. It was so beautiful. It changed my life. It's like close your eyes and just breathe and just relax and envision yourself as a divine being, as a god or goddess. Just envision that. I started to just kind of like, I saw this orange and pink and like all these bubbles. And I saw this like white bird, like dove, and like colorful butterfly thing, like in the middle of my heart. I was like, that's me. I don't know. Yeah, but I want to talk about that. My heart is open. And it's, you know, it's very vulnerable. It's a vulnerable place to be, but I do it because I need to be this way. The closed-heartedness, the closed-spiritedness. I think that's the issue. When I do my performances, I say, ladies and gentlemen, and all sentient beings on the spectrum in between, hearts of all ages, open and closed. What's up with that closed one? You gotta open it. It's not my job. It's not my job to open your heart. Just because I have an open one, it doesn't mean that I can open yours. You got to open it. I believe in you, and I love you.
Claire, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much.
You're fascinating.
Peace. Oh, I want to dedicate this to my magnificent mother and my superhero son. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Don.
Thank you. Oh my God. What, is that enough? I feel like I could just go on and on. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? How free am I to do as I am told? And the home of the brave. It used to be the home of the brave when all the indigenous North Americans were living here in peace, minding their own business, before the white European terrorists came and killed everybody. Mic drop. World peace. Thank you. Oh my God. I love it. Yes. So, Donald, John, DJ. I gave you a nickname DJ. Isn't that so cute? Like DJ from Full House. Okay, so DJ, I know your birthday is in June. I don't know exactly when it is. I don't care. I don't want to know. But Towyome has a special birthday song for you. And it's kind of in the style of Marilyn Monroe at Madison Square Garden in front of JFK, which I can't even believe that you're in the same realm. I cannot even believe that you're in the same realm as people like him and Barack Obama. And you just love to just rip everything down that Barack Obama worked so hard to build up. That's what you love to do. Why don't you think of your own ideas and build something up instead of just taking everything down? Weird. And I don't know why people vote for you. And I don't know why people who don't vote support you. I have no idea what kind of spell you cast on people. It's not cast on me. I see right through you. Anyway, here's your little birthday song. Maybe we'll put it out in 4 months. Maybe. Okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, unknown Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday to you. Your brain's full of poo. OG Marilyn never knew you. I take comfort in knowing that one day you too will die. I hope it's today. Bye. I hope you get everything you fucking want for your birthday like you always fucking do, asshole. I hate you. Go to hell. You belong there. I'm not kidding. Okay, here's my other little songy song. My mom hates you. My mom hates the fuck out of you too, by the way. And she's awesome. So you should know that. That an awesome woman fucking hates your ass like no other. Disgusting. Okay, what else did I want? Oh, I know. Boo-doop, boo-de-boop, boo-doop, ba-dum, boo-doop, boo-da-doop, da-dum, da-da-da-da-da. I wanna be raped by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be raped by you, alone. Boop-boop-be-doo. I wanna be assaulted by you, just you, nobody else but you. Come violate all my boundaries now. I have none, you have all the power. I don't understand how every single hour you conspire against all of us, decent people here. Boo! That's it. Oh, I got another one. Okay. DJ, one more thing before I go. DJ, hi. I bet your dick is so lame. Like, I bet your dick is so lame. I'm sorry that I'm saying that, Mark. I'm gonna say it. I bet your dick is so lame. I can say that. I can totally say that. I bet your dick is so lame, and I bet your sex is bullshit. I bet your sex is absolute bullshit. I know Madonna turned you down. Yeah, she did. You wanted her so bad, and she was like, fuck no. She's smart. Oh my God. Don't even. Grab it, Donald Trump. Grab this pussy. Just, I haven't like waxed or shaved in like a couple months and like I'm on my period. But grab it!
When I was designing the first Soft White Underbelly book, I realized that there were so many great portraits that weren't going to make it into that book. They just wouldn't fit. And once I saw how well that first book sold, I knew I'd have to design a second book. This second book is finally ready to ship. Like the first one, this book has a collection of some of the best portraits from Soft White Underbelly, accompanied by a quote from that person's interview. This book features another group of Rebecca portraits, as well as a collection of color images of the Whitaker family, and plenty of others. You can order yours for $125 or $150 for a signed copy at softwhiteunderbelly.org. Again, like the first book, once this book is sold out, I will not be printing more of them. The portraits are what Soft White Underbelly is all about, and these two books contain the best of all that work. Thank you for watching.